am who I am, and you are who you are. So be who you be, I'ma be who I be.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You're now tuned in to SOLETRON Sessions. I'm Costales.
I'm Kailee.
And I'm Matthew Waldman of NUCA.
We know that you passed on Harvard Design School to go to work in Japan. Can you tell us about your experience there and how that shaped your vision of NUCA?
I grew up here in New York City, and I went to the High School of Art and Design on 2nd Avenue. So by the time I was ready to go to college, I already had a lot of design skills, and I was already freelancing as a designer. Living in Japan, I developed an appreciation of design as a universal language, as a visual language. And in that sense, yeah, it was very influential.
So Matthew, what's next for NUCA?
Well, we recently launched our sunglasses, Venus, thanks. One thing that's getting a lot of press is we released an analog watch as well. It's called the 360 because the face rotates a full 360 degrees.
Nice.
Wow.
I call NUCA the Mind Style brand, that everything that we produce makes you think a little bit, or a lot, depending on how deep you like to think.
What made you want to bring analog back?
In my head, if anytime you spend looking backwards, you're not looking forwards. I mean, it's really that simple. And I resisted it. But
Gave
then
the people what they wanted.
Well, it's not so much giving people what they wanted, because then I could have just done a regular one. But
Right.
I wanted to put my spin on it.
Right.
And it could be used as a race watch or driving watch, or it could be used just to always give people the wrist when they ask you what time it is. I think it's a fun story, and it still fits with the brand.
So we know that NUCA has a futurist philosophy and a neutral aesthetic. Can you tell us about that and how that shaped the earlier timepieces and like the NUCA Zoo?
It is a very complex process, so the end product looks simple, but any designer would tell you that simplicity is like the hardest thing to design. I remove everything that doesn't support the message and that message could be something emotional. Like you could have something that's just about color or just about form that has nothing to do with function, but because the function is to make you feel a certain way or think a certain way.
Can we talk about how you wanted a new way of telling time?
One day I was looking at a wall clock, and I had this flashback to when I was maybe 6 or 7 in first grade, and I remembered getting taught in math class how to read a clock. A light bulb went off in my head saying, well, it's not intuitive. It's not something that you just show a 3-year-old a watch or a clock and they're able to read time. So I just thought as a challenge to myself, can I come up with an interface that totally bypasses language or transcends the language, the math of the current modalities of telling time? And then that's how the watches were born. I feel that you could throw a NUCA watch into outer space, and any sentient being could pick it up and figure out what it is.
Do you have any of the new fall line with you that you can show us?
I do, yeah. This is called the Zub 40, and the straps you can buy different colors and you can change them, but still looks like a one-piece construction. Coming up for holiday, I don't know if I should be showing this yet, but I'm really excited about this. This is more for our high-end line. It's called the Zism. This has a hand-polished, like, ginormous mineral crystal and cut like a prism.
Matt, it's definitely been a pleasure having you.
It's been great. And please check out NUCA on Facebook. It's just facebook.com/NUCA, NUCA.com, NUCA on Twitter, and NUCA on Facebook.
You could tell he's from New York.
Yeah.
He said Twitter instead of Twitter. Like.
No,
Well, thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, thanks for having me. This was fun.
I am who I am, and you are who you are. So be who you be, I'ma be who I be. That's TONE, SEATUS. You stress because I'm getting money.